Hey, everybody, it's Eileen. Welcome back to me because I've been gone for a couple weeks on vacation. I had a great time. Let's go see who's here. There's Charlotta. Oh, I'm happy you're here too, Charlotta. Hey, Glum, Sparkly Jewels. There's Jen White. Hi, how are you? Who else is here? I don't see who it is, but if you're here, pop on and say hi. Oh, you can see my messy room over there. All right, well, it's what it is. I am trying to get back to normal, not doing so hot. Hey, Teresita, Linda, Liz, how are you? I am glad I made it too. Hi, Avril. I will say the plane was not great. It was 9.5 hours on a plane, and I felt like I was gonna lose my mind, but we made it. Hi, Laura. Thank you. There's Linda. So I don't even know where to start, but we had a blast. We were traveling with two other couples, friends of ours that we've known for a long time from the military. And it was so good to see him again because one of the couples had moved out to Cedar Rapids and, we hadn't seen him in a while. So it was nice to catch up and just hang out. Well, the first plane ride, Glum, was only 7.5 hours. We went into Copenhagen and then to Rome. But this one was to Toronto for some reason. Plus, I think on the way back, the headwinds are stronger. So it's harder to get back. And it just seemed like forever. Need to make some digitals. I was thinking about that, Chris. Oh, I got some good shots. I mean, it was so pretty. It's so different. The colors were crazy. 7.5 is too long. I agree, but 9.5 was really the thing that saved me. Was I started watching a show called The Pit, and it's about an ER in Pittsburgh, and it was so good. I watched 7 episodes. It saved my life. And I was sitting next to this lady. I was in the middle, and Hayward was he had the window because I had it going over. And I was just thinking, I'm in the middle. I'm gonna get some big guy that takes the armrest. And it turns out that I got a lady who was like tiny. She looked like a child sitting next to me, and she was so nice. And so that was not a big deal. I hated to wake her up because I just had to go to the bathroom. But she was really nice. And anyway, coming home in that bad nor'easter. I don't think it was one, but yes, I loved The Pit, Sheila. But we don't have HBO at home, so I don't know what happened. I hear there's another season though. There's Leslie. Who else did I miss here? Hi, Wendy. Chris Flint, how are you? Oh, it's good to see you guys again. Yeah, I missed you. I thought about doing a live. I did a couple little things, but I was just doing the stuff. Every day we were in a different port, a different country. Uh we were in Malta, which I didn't even know was a separate country, but that was really cool. So like international, just really pretty. I think my favorite one, or yes, the blue door picture, that was Mykonos. That was really pretty, but the place that really stood out was the one that we first of all, we had to get off on a tender because it's like a little boat that takes you to the shore because it couldn't get in the big boat couldn't get in that close to the shore to just drop us off. But a solar panel. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, that's horrible, Glum. Ugh. I didn't hear about it, but I didn't hear about a lot of stuff, and it was kind of okay. Anyway, we took the tender in, and we got to Santorini, which is an island in Greece. And I had seen the ads for it, and it's this island. Well, it's like a big rock, and so the whole town is built on top of this rock. On the other side, it's not as steep, but they brought us there. Anyway, in order to get up, you had to either take this, like a cable car, which I was not really wanting to do because I don't like heights, so I thought, "Eh, I think I can make it up there." So the other choice is to walk, or you could take a donkey, and we walked, and it was so horrible. I'm so out of shape. And, so we started walking, and I just sent this video to my friend Sandy. It says that it was 588 steps, but it's not actually one little step up. It's like I started counting after a while, so I would walk, go up a step. It was I was a mess by the end. It took us an hour and a half to go up. And the worst thing was when I look at the steps, I had only done like 6,000 steps for the day. And it was like, why? But because I had 45 flights of stairs though. So anyway, it was uh it was quite a thing. I'm glad I made it and lived. But anyway, and the next day I didn't feel that bad, Chris, actually. I don't know. I think I should be doing that more. But yes, it is a beautiful country. And the thing about Santorini was it was just blue and white. So I have some samples I want to show you, not samples. They're things that I bought along the way. But yeah, it was beautiful. Oh, every stop had its own thing. At one place we were, that was in, not Sorrento, I can't think of the name of it. It starts with S. Anyway, we went into town. It was a pretty big town and like a normal town, not a tourist place, there was a lot going on. And we were walking up the street. It was near where I saw the leather merchant guy, and so I was in there. We started walking down the hill, and we see this little tiny car with bows on it, and it turns out it was a wedding that was going on. So we stood there, we took pictures of the bride and groom. They were so cute going into church, and so we stood there for a while and watched them. Um, and just little things. The volcano was cool, like, it was nighttime, actually, when I took those pictures. Well, it was my husband's pictures, but it was, like, 8:30 at night, and it was dark, but somehow when you looked in the camera, it looked like day. I don't know what his settings were, but anyway, he was able to get the lava coming down. It was crazy. Hey, Carrie. Yes, I think I have that. Yeah, I have it with me. The purse. Yeah, I mean, it was cool. And then the last day we went into Florence, which I didn't even put any pictures up of, but that was a cool because I need to go back there. That had a whole like street full of leather merchants. They had a couple jewelry booths in there, but all we were looking for souvenirs. I told my husband because he went on the tour, and my friend PA and I were shopping, and we found a paper store, which I'll show you what I found there. Beautiful stuff. Um, Hi, Christy. And anyway, I found, he said, I said, "Is there anything you want me to get?" He's like, "Could you get me a pin?" Because he collects pins, which I decided I am now going to do too, because they're so small. Uh, and anyway, he wanted me to get a pin for Florence and one for Italy. And I forgot because I was so looking in the paper store. Anyway, it was just great. It was so much fun. We ate dinner tonight, every night together, and we went to the shows on the boat, and we just had some good laughs. We played card games on the boat. And anyway, I know it's hard to get back into real life again. But let me get my stuff out that I bought. I found a flying tiger. Hang on. Let me change the thing here. Oops. Okay. All right, I forgot how to do this. I don't want that. I will go a little. All right. And let me put the light on. Oh man, what a drag. It's like I have to learn this all over again. Sorry. All right, let's see. First, I'll show you in here just some of the stuff that I got. I kept the bags because I don't know if I'm going to do anything with them, but it's that blue and white theme. You can see all these things. Oh, the funny thing was my friend is Greek, Nina. And so we went to the Parthenon when we were in Athens, and I was like, hey, Nina, who lives in California, where should we go? We're in Greece. And I knew that she was from there. And she said, oh, go to this place and that place. So we did. We got on a bus and we went. There's that place, Santorini. And here are some of the pins that my husband actually went and bought pins. When I told him I didn't get them, he went and got his own. And then it turns out I found a place on the way and I bought some for me. So it says Firenze, but it's Florence. And there's an Italy one. So it's my start. I have 2. Oh, hey, Kim. How are you? Oh, it's good to be back. Hi, Suzanne. So I got pins, and that's from Florence. That was a really cool town. This was, I don't know what we bought. Oh, Coke Light. And it's Greek writing. Isn't that cool? I have no idea what any of this says, but I know that we were in Greek and I got a Coke Zero there. So, oh, that was a napkin. It's like, oh, I could use that for watercolor. It's very absorbent. Oh, this was Athens, and we went to the Parthenon. And we found out that it was the first time that the scaffolding had come down, and there was a way, you could see it without all the scaffolding. So this is my husband's, but I thought this was a really cool postcard. And what we did was we stood over here and there was like an outcropping of rocks, and it was so slippery from all these tourists going up on there. We were like, we made a big mistake because none of us had the right shoes. And we were sliding all over the place and we were terrified we were going to wipe out. And it was our first place that we had stopped. But anyway, it was beautiful because over here you could see the whole city. But we got a picture. And at the bottom of the stairs where we went up to this little outcropping, there was a lady wrapped in one of those blankets. And we thought she had heat exhaustion. And after we got back, we're like, uh-oh, that could have been us. So, got to be careful at my advanced age. This is, where was this? I already can't remember. Oh, this was at Malta, which was a really neat little town. We went to a place called the Blue Grotto, and we put our feet in it. But people were swimming. It was so clear. And I mean, the water there is so blue. This was a little wallet that I got in Mykonos. That's leather. And oh, this is the pin that we got. Because the thing about walking up this hill at Santorini, which I forgot to say, was that there were donkeys that you could ride, and they were on the same path as us. So as we were walking, they were like right next to us, and they were huge. I did not think donkeys were that big. I thought they were little. Not little, but I mean, they had to carry people, but I don't know. They would come right at you, and there would be people on there that you would hope that they could steer them. And this one lady's like, I have no idea. I'm just going where it takes me. And, they go up and down the hill like how many times a day? So they just go where they want. And so you would hear the bell ringing and you just like leap out of the way so you didn't get trampled. But this was the mug that I really liked because, sorry for the crinkling. Hey, Diane, how are you? The mules. yeah, they call them donkeys. I don't know. But isn't this pretty? There's the donkey. Had to get it. So I thought, oh, and they had cats, like on all the islands. They all had cats. So, Greece, what a mug. I'm going to keep that and put it in a journal, which someday I will fill out. But even this stuff, doesn't that look like the Greek keys and all the Greek stuff? I mean, and it's all blue and white. So when you get there, the houses are all white to keep them cool. And everything else, the sky, the water, everything is blue. It is just so pretty. So I would love to go back there. All right. Anyway, that's that stuff. All right. Here is the purse I got. And when I look at it, I'm not sure that I would have gotten it if I had had the choice of the other place, but I love the guy that I talked to, Alberto, New York City coffee cup. So it's kind of cool. He designed them. So we were talking and it's like, I have to buy something, but it's got a nice strap and I'm trying to make my purse smaller because I always put too much stuff in it. So I'm trying to do that anyway. So this thing goes in here and you can have a nice little, so it divides into 1, 2, 3, 4 compartments. So I just have to get a skinny wallet. Very skinny. Probably because we'll have no money left for this trip anyway. So that is it. But I love the color. It's very soft. You can't really tell, but it's just the memory of it. But see, then I think, look at that. He should have trimmed that a little, but that's okay. I love it. All right, what else did I get? Oh, this is from the paper store. Look at that. It's hand marbled paper. Isn't it beautiful? This, I think, is my favorite one. I got 4 sheets. What I'm thinking is I want to use this and do some like tiny books. I could get a lot out, don't you think? Look at this one. They had the whole marbling setup in the store. So they made it right there. And all of their stuff that they sold had marbled paper on it. Really, really pretty. This one I like too. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? I want to try this. Yes, my colors, I know. Yes. Hey, Brenda Sawyer, how are you? Hi, Jackie. Yeah, I really liked all of these. They kind of go together, and this one was cool too. Turning it this way so you can see the whole design. But yeah, this was so pretty. Actually, our friend is the one that said, hey, there's a paper store. He came and told us. So PA and I went in it and had a great old time. So these are one of the things that I got. I found a flying tiger and bought a nice notebook. What the heck? What are these weird? Oh, I didn't open it. I don't know why these things are here. I guess to put in a binder. Well, I wouldn't have gotten that, but maybe I could, I don't know, maybe that could be a cool thing. I could make like a little stand. Shoot. Well, oh well. It was like €3, but still. Maybe 2 euros. I can't remember. Notepad. I don't know why anybody would want those big, stupid things there. Oh well. That is okay. I can do some diagrams or something. Okay. And then I did save a lot of the bags. This was a restaurant that we ate in, like in Florence. So it had the map and stuff. So we were all around. Oh, and the volcano that we saw was called Stromboli, if you can believe it. I could cover the holes. Did you find the pen shop in Florence? No. No, I did not. You bought angels for Christmas from the paper shop. Yeah, it was so pretty. That's the name of the paper store. Il Papiro. Hand decorated paper. And I got something for Debbie, but I didn't give it to her yet, so I'm not gonna show that. Here's the one from where I got the purse, Bosa. And he was in like a little stall. What was cool was he had all of the leather working stuff, his tools and everything, all ready to go. And he gift wrapped the one I got for my husband. This was this was baklava that we got. And then we couldn't bring it back on the boat. So, but I kept the bag from Mykonos. And this is, I haven't looked at this yet, but it is, I had nothing to put it in, but we went to the beach and I got some really cool rocks. And look at this sea glass. I was so mad. I was walking along and this lady, she says, I said, yeah, there's sea glass in here. And she says, or bottles. I was like, yeah. Look at this one. It looks like a dice almost. It's so cool. Do the graph paper pages perforated? Oh, okay. All right. A thigh-high old boot. Yeah, so these, some of them were tumbled around a little bit more. That one was cool. I don't know what that is, but anyway, they were just pretty. Oh, and look at this one. I don't know if it's a button or what, but that hole is just perfect. So it'll be a fun little charm. And one teeny tiny little shell. They didn't have a lot of shells. They mostly had rocks and not a lot of the glass, but I got it wherever I saw it, I picked it up. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but maybe a mosaic of some kind. I can feel there's still sand in it too. But anyway, got that. And I think I'm almost... Oh, my friend Sandy, she made these for Paula and I. We used to have a group of us. I think there were 5 or 6 couples, and it was called Shots and Dots. So we would play dominoes, and we would, have some beverages. So she made Paula and I a set of coasters. Aren't they cute? Hey, Janet Flanagan. I know. I can never find it either. You can carefully drill holes in the glass. Oh, that would be a great charm. Yeah, so anyway, this was so cool. Sandy, she's very crafty. So that was fun. And I think that's it. Oh, just a couple of napkins from that cool restaurant. So that was it. All right. So I'm going to put this stuff away. There might be more. We haven't emptied everything yet, but I think that's pretty much it. We didn't get a lot because we just didn't have room, which was a good thing. All right. So, hey, Tanya, how you doing? All right. So, what my idea was is I want to show you guys. Yeah, baklava napkins. That's right. And they also had a fork, and we ate ours, and then we got 2 more to bring back. And anyway, all right. So this is what I was going to use tonight, but there was a trick, and I wanted to show you a cool thing. So I'm going to do that. All right. So I am using the Tunnel Arches framelits to make a banner, and this was kind of my thought. I embossed this, but then I tried something else, and I want to show you that. So I might still do this. I don't know. I'll ask you guys. But here is the other thing, the Lacy Leaves embossing folder. So when I was, and this was the cardstock that I'm going to use because it's fallish. All right. Yeah, I do like these. That one looks like flesh to me, and I just have not found the right place to use that, but I probably could have. All right, so what I want to do is make my base out of these arches, but I want to show you an idea that I had and a couple variations of what I did. Okay, so yesterday was kind of rainy. I went outside and I picked up some leaves in the yard, and some of them were just beautiful. They were red. Wait until you see. They're just this. I don't know what kind of leaf it is, what kind of tree. That's wacky. But I thought they were so pretty. So I just put them in this between two pieces of cardboard to kind of flatten them out. But I'm kind of thinking now, I don't know if they're going to work for what I want to do, because yesterday they were kind of pliable. Today, though, they still seem pretty much like that. But well, let me just do one and I'll show you. All right. So the first thing I thought was, hey, I wonder if you can emboss leaves. So I want to show you how that works. And actually, you can. All right. So let's see what we got here. Hi, Dorothy. Yes, it does look like a pocket. All right, so I have my little setup here. I've got my platform, my shim. To emboss with this folder, I only need the platform and one, what do you call it? Cutting pad. I've been gone for so long, can't remember. All right, so look at the color of these leaves. Aren't they pretty? But what I really liked was these. A lot of them had kind of stuff that was wrong with them, but I even liked, if I don't know if this is like a diseased leaf or what, but some of them were kind of orangey. That one was kind of more maroon, but this one, you know, see how that orange color, this one's kind of dried, but I liked how that looked. These, there were a good bunch of those, and I liked it because it was kind of off center. And then these are, I think, maybe elm. I don't know. And then this crazy green one, I think that's probably some kind of not good bug or something, but it was there. That is a maple. I know that one. I think this is oak. But anyway, they're all still, you know, out there. I tried to get different sizes. Look at that cute little one. So I want to put them on my banner because I want it to be like a fall banner, was my thought. So let's just get a pretty red leaf and emboss it. This one's pretty big, so let's do that one. And I didn't do anything special to it. I just took it and laid it in my folder, closed it. Yeah, ancient stained leather. That is kind of like what it feels like that too. All right, so let's just send it through. And I only did it one time. And I'm only going to do it once this time too, because I think that it's a little more dried out today than it was yesterday. I don't know what all that stuff is, but look at this cool leaf. All right. Do you know what I'm going to say about it? It needs a little luster wax, don't you think? All right. So this was my fun discovery. And then I kind of got a little off track, but all right. So here is my embossed leaf. So I'm just going to take my luster wax and Where is my sponge? This is getting to where it's kind of too much. I probably should get a new one, but I don't know. It works nice because it's really flat. So just gonna load this up. And I think this would be a really pretty thing to put on a fall banner. Now, somebody had said that if you put glycerin on leaves, that it keeps them like, what do you call it? Flexible. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? I love it. So what I was thinking was just have a plain background, for the leaf and then put this on it and it will really pop. And I think that is kind of what I've come back to because I tried a bunch of other stuff and I want to show you the other experiments that I did. And if you want to go out and grab some leaves up and play around with this, I mean, it's all there in your yard just waiting for you to fiddle with. But let me show you the ones that I did and tell you how I did them. All right. So this one here. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Hi, Diane Mullins. All right. So this is watercolor paper. I took a leaf. Let me think how I did this. I put the color on it just like this. And then I turned it onto the watercolor paper and I ran it through. And the luster wax transferred from the leaf to the watercolor paper and it left kind of a resist. And then I embossed it and then I watercolored it. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do, versions of this same kind of thing. And these were the same. Okay. Yeah. What I did, I just did the same thing, but I didn't emboss this first. I just took the leaf, I added the luster wax, and then I put on the watercolor paper and I embossed it after. Yeah. That's what that one was. The other ones I wrote down, but these I didn't. That was the first thing I did. And I like that. They're kind of pale, but I was playing around. This one is matboard. So the way I did this was I took the luster wax. Now this is the side. This has luster wax on leaf on matboard. All right. I think I put it on both sides. Ooh, that's pretty. So that's on the one side. Yeah, I put the luster wax on both sides. And then this is the other one. Yeah. And so that would be the same idea. If I were to watercolor on top of this wax would be a resist and you just get the color, but the gold would still stand out. Now, there is not a way to cut that unless you took your craft knife or if you just, wanted to square it up and, put that. This is just on copy paper, and actually that is really pretty cool looking. And I think that part of the leaf itself might have transferred, the color from the leaf. But I think there's just a lot you could do with this. All right, this one here. Okay, so this is a folder with luster wax on the leaf, embossed, and then watercolored. That's that one. Yeah, that was one of my first experiments. The thing about that was 2 layers of watercolor paper. Or this is just the Sizzix cardstock. This is not watercolor paper. But I kind of alternated with heavy duty paper because I wanted to have the pattern of the leaf emboss into the paper. But I didn't really see that too much. Now this one was a nice one. This was luster wax on watercolor paper. Look at how that one came out. Isn't that cool? Yeah, the watercolor and shadow, the leaves. Yeah. Did you miss the watercolor paper? No, I didn't. And the reason that I didn't was because I wanted it to lay flat, and I didn't think it would if I added the water. So, when did you have time to try this? I just did it last night or yesterday, actually. I do sleep. I slept for 24 hours. When I got home, it was 2:30 in the morning. Ugh. When we got home, we had to get the metro, the subway at 12:30 at night out to Herndon, and then an Uber. I mean, we were just traveling. It was 24 hours. It was hideous. I was dying, but that's like my favorite one, I think. And the bottom of this leaf was like had a lot of tearing and stuff, so I just chopped it off, but I like that a lot. This one is luster wax on watercolor paper. So that one, I just put the luster wax on the leaf, turned it over, ran it through. So I also got some of this red color because that is a red leaf. This one is leaf with luster wax, both sides, sandwiched in this 80-pound cardstock. And this one, I haven't even peeled it off yet. This one is cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. That might be my favorite. And look at this cool leaf. It's like half green or a third green and the rest red. And I mean, this is just so pretty anyway. So, oh man. Oh, I love that. Man, I would just do that for a card. I would put that on the front of a card and that would be it. You know, you really, what else do you need? Maybe a sentiment. Beautiful. Oh, I'm glad I didn't look at that. That was a nice surprise. But see, even with this messed up shape, you know, I started out looking for the perfect ones and I was like, just get anyone. All right, this one is on matboard. And this is just the leaf itself that the color came off. I didn't even add any luster wax, but that's cool too. And the good thing is these are really easy to cut out. So, you know, if you had to fussy cut it, I mean, there's no die for this, but, you know, on the mat board, you know, scissors, you could just, I think that's pretty. I used my round plate, so there's like a round shape to it. But that's just mat board with the leaf itself. So you can see that there are so many ways that you can play with this. But I have to say, I think my favorite one is either this or this. So I think what I might do is, now that kind of changes up what I was going to do for my banner background. I love it. So I could do a plain background. But see, I'm here. I'm not using my folder, but I mean, it's kind of big. But this one, if I just cut that out and put it like that, wouldn't that be pretty? All right, let's try that. So, yeah, I mean, I cut a ton of leaves. I mean, I brought in a bunch of leaves and they were kind of wet because it was rainy, but I just put them in that little thing. I think you might almost have to work with fresh leaves though, so that they are still pliable and they don't break, or, you know, they do get brittle the longer you leave them. I mean, you could probably press them and then use them, but I think I love how this looks. What do you guys think? What's your favorite? Look, I do like the color though. And the watercolor was kind of fun to do. But, you know, like that, wouldn't that be pretty? And then what I did here, and then you could even do like, I was thinking to do like FALL, you know, to do words spell out a word, but you wouldn't have to. I mean, it's kind of obvious what you're doing. And you could even use that on a different little arch, because that's pretty too. And it kind of reflects. Anyway, sorry guys, I am still trying to get back into the real world, and this was the best I could do. But I did have fun experimenting with this, and let's just do some, because it was fun to emboss the leaves and then do the color on it. Let's just do, I know something I haven't tried. I kept thinking I want to try that, which is to color the leaf first and then emboss the leaf and the paper. I think that would be fun too. Luster wax cut edges. Now, what does that mean? Not sure what you mean. Oh, that was, yes, that was luster wax on the, just on the leaf. Now this one I put on both sides, so I got two, you know, and then I think the good thing about this was because I had 2 layers of paper that I ran through at one time, so it put extra pressure on it. I don't feel any, yeah, I don't feel any embossing, but I think it pressed the luster wax down into the paper that much. All right, so I think this is a cute little one. And I was trying to keep it so that it would fit on the little arch. So let's just add our luster wax. I'm going to add it on both sides. I don't know which one I like better. Probably that one. Now that would just be pretty the way it is, don't you think? I could add that to my base. And oh, that's really pretty. After cutting out the paper leaf, put luster wax around where you cut the outside edge. Oh, I see what you mean. Pop it up with dimensional layered. Oh, that would be pretty too. Yeah, the oak leaves are pretty. This is, I do like that. Now, I just wanted to give you one tip on how I did that. I mean, I like how when you, I like just kind of hand doing that. But what I figured out was if, wait a minute. Now I buried my, okay, so say I cut it out using this big one like that. I can take the third one down and lay that there and just trace around the edge of it. Actually, I think what I did was I took the second one and I did the inside of it. Yeah. So this was around the edge, and then I just took my marker and went around. So I did that first, and then I ran it through the embossing folder. But I think that's a pretty background. That'd be a fun little card too. You know? All right, what are we doing here? It's hard to get back on track, I gotta say. All right, so let's just, I really like how that looks, and I don't want to ruin it. Let's do a different one, because I like that one a lot. And I have a ton of them. Look at this red. This turns out really pretty with the color. On it. All right, let's put it on here. And we'll emboss this. Did we do that already? I can't remember what I've done. That's just, I just took the leaf and I put it in the folder, and then I'm going to add luster wax after. we roll it through. I'm just going to do it one time because I think it's probably drying out and a little brittle. Did I just do this? I can't even remember. Sorry, guys. I'll be better throughout the week. I think we already did this. But still, it's pretty every time. All right, let's try. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to leave the leaf on the paper. All right. Here's another little, let's do this one. This one looks still kind of pliable. And I don't know if there's anything left on here, but yeah. See, the thing is, I don't really want to get this on my folder. So I'm going to put it in a little, like, piece of this. No, I'm going to cover it. Sorry. I thought I was prepared, but, you know. I think that might press it. Because that would be pretty on the front of a card or on a banner, right? I just don't want to get the luster wax on my folder. Because I had it all over my hand before. And I have a new shirt on, and I don't want to get it on my shirt. Let's see what happens here. I would say go outside, get up a bunch of leaves, and just play around with it. And I don't even know if I'm going to get the banner done. I am so hungry, guys. But the happy thing is I only gained 2 pounds. It was a miracle. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh, wow. Where did you find the sponge? It is a shoe shining sponge, Leslie. Now, this is the copy paper. But look at that. That is amazing. Look at it, these cool... I can't remember if I did both sides. I did. Look at that on copy paper. That is just beautiful. I just want to make a bunch of cards. I'm sorry. I don't care about the banner. But, I mean, you guys get the idea. What I was going to do, let's just get the banner base done because somebody's going to tune in to see a banner and there's no banner. Hang on. Yeah, I got them on Amazon and they're just little shoe polishing sponges, but I like them because they're flat and they, you can graze just the top. But look at how these came out. Now, I think these would be really pretty with watercolor too, or maybe, I don't know about alcohol inks. I don't think so, but I think watercolors would be really cool. Don't you think? Because I walked up. Can I try vellum? Yes. Yes, I have some. I even know where it is. Hang on, let me get it. It's not... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it is. I don't know if it's clear vellum. Yeah. Yes, let's try some vellum, Brenda. Good plan. All right, let's see here. I really like those scissors. I don't know where I got them. Let's see. What should we do? Maybe one like that. These are pretty sturdy. We have a lot of these. It's not very showy, though. All right, let's try that one. Ooh. Okay, so Brenda, what do you want me to do? You want me to put some, just run it through with the vellum? Or should we let's do some luster. Why not? All right, let's see. Should we put it through the folder? Because we could do it on the folder like that. Let's see. All right, I've got too much junk. And the good thing is you could even run these through again if you wanted when they're pliable. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what happens. Wait a minute. Let's turn this that way. Ooh, this is so exciting. Still haven't done it. I never think of vellum, but that was a good idea. What would happen if you did the same with leather? Oh, Charlotta. What do you think I'm going to be doing tonight? I think that would be amazing. I have actually embossed on leather with some cool stuff. All right, let's see what happens. Interesting. All right, we have our design. Now that did not do what I thought it would do. If you do, oh, thank you, Glum. Yes, we have everything in the Etsy store. And I want to thank Debbie for holding the fort while I was gone. Now that I don't know. But we could try it on the vellum, just the leaf with the luster wax. That might work. Now, wait a minute. That was the background. That's kind of cool. It's not very distinct, but you can see that pattern. We did that with leather. Oh, wow. Did we? Boy, Jen, you have a good memory. That was such a fun day. All right, let's just try that vellum with the leaf without the folder, because I think it's almost too much. All right, we will get to the other thing, hopefully. All right, so I'm just going to take a leaf and I'm going to put the luster wax on it. I think I probably need more by now. I have a very big bunch of luster wax built up on this sponge, and on my little thing here too. All right, let's just see what happens when we just do the leaf and the vellum. How that transfers. Actually, let's do let's do both sides and do a little folder idea. Sorry guys, if you're here for the banner, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. That's all right. All right, so we're just going to run this through flat and see what happens. I don't think we've done that so far, have we? We're just kind of pressing it on there. Oh, now that got a little messy. You love the embossing on the vellum, even if the leaf didn't work. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. All right. I might have gone a little crazy with the luster wax here because it was a fresh batch, but. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That's neat. And you still have the leaf to use somewhere. It is a little much, but that's still kind of cool. You could cut this out and put it on top of this, you know? That'd be really pretty for a background. Yeah, that's true. Let's just cut one just to see. You know, it goes against the grain for me not to have a die. I have to cut it by hand. Ugh. Oh, one thing that I did do after I picked the leaves, I took the stems off because when you run them through the machine, they squish and they have like juice coming out of them. It's not pretty. And it smells bad and it gets on your machine. So I did trim off all of the little stems. Okay. That is pretty. Yeah, that's cool. All right. You're welcome, Brenda. Yeah. I think this is just so much you could do with this. And I love it for like little cards or tags for the fall. Just so cute. All right, let me just show you how I made this anyway. And then I don't know. I don't know how I want to finish my banner. I think I just want to do plain ones of these and then put my embossed leaves or that leaves that I cut out that look like that, or even ones that I keep on the square. Except I could even cut another, if I laid it out right, you know, another smaller little tunnel arch with the leaf on it. But I'll just show you how I did it. I took the strips, I cut strips. All right. I picked out 4 colors because I was going to spell out fall. Oh, man. I need to go gather leaves tomorrow. I know. I have to go. I need to find some other ones. Let's do this one because I already did one. But I just basically folded this in half and took my tunnel arch. I used the biggest one, but you could alternate them, or you could do whatever size one you wanted. And then I just took this piece here, and you can see this is the cutting blade right there. So you want to make sure that that's not going to cut this. So I did use tape, which I thought I had a little piece, yeah. You know, to make sure. Where's my other? Oh, here it is. No, so I made, well, I didn't make it yet, but my thought was to make 4. I rolled over this twice because I have double width of paper. I just did that to keep it kind of stable. You could probably be fine with just the one layer, level, whatever, of paper. And if now this, the pressure on it is a lot, so I just do this slowly so I don't rip up the paper. But you could cover it with stuff if you had to. Anyway, This is fine. Okay, so you've got your little banner shape here, right? So my thought was, let me just do a quick little edge on here. So you could use the, oh, this is not a good marker. I did gold because I thought it would stand out. It probably won't stand out on gold paper, but, and I think I needed to prime this a little. I love this smell. Anyway, just to give it a little border, a little something. And then I think what I would do is just cut this out and maybe watercolor it, do a smaller one. So this is the Sizzix cardstock that I took the leaf, I put the luster wax on both sides, put the leaf inside here, ran it through, and then, I mean, that would be really pretty and watercolored, don't you think? Oh, I love that. Or this is pretty too. Now this is on watercolor paper, and how did I do that? I ran it through the folder. I had the leaf on the watercolor paper, so you do get some nice little dimension there. That's pretty too. And then what I was gonna do is just take the 4 of these, and have like FALL if you want to. Now the fun thing is you could make this double-sided, because you could do whatever on here. You could do FALL here. So if it's hanging in a hallway or something, you would have something on either side. And I would just take my string or twine or whatever. I actually have some yarn that is like all of these colors. So these are the colors that I chose because these are the colored leaves that I had. And I thought I would mix and match them so we could try different things. That's pretty, I don't think it even needs to have fall. You could just do leaves. I think this one would be pretty. That's kind of big, but I would kind of measure what size leaves you want to put on here. Yeah, the watercolor paper is nice. Hey, C's, how are you? Would be also cool to die cut the vellum leaf print. Different sizes of the tunnel. Yes, it would. Yes, it sure would. I mean, this combination of leaves, the Lacy leaves, the watercolor paper, the Sizzix paper, you could just go nuts with this. I think this would be really pretty if you watercolored in here because it already has some green. Can you see that? Not sure how much. Okay, well, anyway. Oh, thank you. Yes, we had a great time. So, guys, it's after 7 here, so I am gonna go, but maybe what I'll do is record how I make the banner, but you guys can figure it out. I would just take some yarn and go through all of these little, things, put maybe a little bit of glue down here, a little tape runner to keep it closed, or you could glue it and just string them along and have your little arches with leaves. I think this is just so cool. I mean, even if you just did these, it would be pretty, And I don't know where I read this, but somebody said if you take these and you dunk them, or actually you soak them in glycerin water, they will stay flexible like forever. And you can do all kinds of stuff with them. But I think I read also somewhere else, if you took hand lotion and just kind of massaged that into it, that helps it to also stay so you can have a little more time to play with it. Because really, you're not going to find these in the middle of the winter or, whenever you want. So if you had some on hand, you could make a good batch of stuff. So anyway, guys, I am going to head out. I'm sorry I'm such a loser with this, but I love our little experiments. I just think these are so pretty. And these are pretty too, you know, like that on there. It's big, but it's so pretty. You could pop it up. That one. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. You like the folder over idea. Yeah, this one is cute. I mean, look at this one. Also pretty. I think the thing about the watercolor paper, and that's what that is that it is thick enough so that, you know, your embossing, your luster wax has somewhere to go. It doesn't squish out. So if you had just a thin copy paper, you know, we did have one where it kind of exploded. Even there, it was probably too much. So it kind of blobbed. Or what that could be is where it has one of those holes or something. I don't know. But anyway, you know what? It's nature. It isn't perfect, but nothing is perfect. So, you know, I think it's pretty perfect. I love these. All right, guys. Well, I will be back on Thursday, and we're going to make a shadow box commemorating that donkey ride. Well, my donkey friends going up the hill in Santorini. I want to make like a little blue and white memory shadow box. So I hope you'll come back then and hang out. All right, so thanks for coming, everybody, and we'll see. So you did some glycerin 1 years ago, still soft. See? Okay, that's cool. Good to know, Dorothy. Thank you. All right, and also from my little friend, I say farewell, and I will see you on Thursday. Okay? Bye, guys.